Hello, this is Dr. Karmen Smith, spiritual teacher and author of the book, The I Am Solution. I'd like to talk to you today about parenting. And I want to just talk a little bit about empaths and parenting. So all kids come into the world, I believe, picking up on energy. They are experts at body language. They're experts at communicating with us or trying to communicate with us without words. And so they get information oftentimes without words, without knowing the meaning of words, but they do know the meaning of emotional energy. So they can tell if the parents are angry, even if they didn't fight in front of them. They can tell by that lingering energy of anger, resentment, guilt, shame, all of that kids pick up on. I know I did growing up in my household. I knew things without being told them, and I just felt the energy of both of my parents, and both of my parents were pretty angry most of the time, and so I would feel that. So I wanted to give some tips to parents knowing this about their children. So if you know that your children pick up on emotion, you need to take responsibility for the emotions that you have within your household and around your children. They are always looking to you to figure out how to give meaning to situations, how to like or dislike other people. So I want you to be aware of all of the ways that you are communicating with your children, which are much more important than just telling them what to do and telling them what to say. The teaching mostly comes from you being the example in their life. So you are the example of how to create meaning around a situation. You are an example of what happiness looks like. You are an example of what joy and the joy of life looks like. So just be aware that your emotions are communicating to your children. And many times I would talk to parents and they would say, well, we don't fight in front of them, or I never told them that. He should be happy, or he should know that I love him. And basically these emotions are communicated with words, but they're also communicated through your actions and your moods around the household, and how you communicate with them emotionally when you feel like they've done something wrong, or when you've had a bad day and you confront them about something. They are picking up on your emotional energy, and you are showing them their self. In other words, they get their meaning, their self-worth from how your emotions are with them. And so you want your children to have an awesome view of themselves, because they are awesome. And so don't let your moods affect your children and how they see themselves. Just be aware of that information, and just that awareness can go a long way towards your parenting. It's always important to show love and to be love. Love you.